G'day, it's Rowan from Elfshot Design. In this video, I'm going to make a steampunk lamp out of this crappy old lamp. Stick around because there's going to be some finished photos at the end, and I'm going to share with you my current favourite drink. Let's do it. There are no rules here, only a loose aesthetic and making sure the functional parts are solid. I see a shape or an idea somewhere, then I decide on the key elements that I want in the piece. For this lamp, I wanted the dial, I wanted a gold and copper look, and I wanted the light to shine onto my bar. Oh, and I remembered I had an old vintage light switch that's pretty badass, so that's got to go in as a functional component. I know exactly where this lamp will live, and that makes creative decisions a lot easier. I can take cues from the local lighting and colours, which helps me visualise how this lamp will enhance the atmosphere. In case you're wondering, the hydrochloric acid strips off the zinc coating from the galvanised steel. This makes it easier and safer to weld. After the acid bath, they get a good rinse in water. This timber's from an old bar I made years ago. It's an old hardwood railway sleeper filled with black resin. I'll dress it up, then fill the cracks with more resin. I'll tint the resin with a ghost green pearl, so it goes with the clubhouse bar top where I did the same thing. Tell you what, I'm really happy with this for a first pour. The mould was pretty tight, but the resin's managed to go down the sides and smoothed off the sides. It's gone right around the bottom and given it a nice thin film, filled in all the cracks. This hardwood was super hard and quite splintery and rough before, so it's given me a nice, it's almost like a petrified piece of timber. It's a nice finish here that I can now sand, and then I'll polish it before I cut the holes in it. There is one little blemish here where it's the resin's been running down a crack and it's set before it's bubbled up, so I couldn't get that one with the heat gun. I could put a bit more in there before I sand it, but I think I'll just go ahead and undress this how it is, and we'll call that a unique imperfection. We might talk more about poor man's resin finishing techniques in another video. Next, I'll prepare the timber for mounting the hardware and routing the electrical cable. I'm using cheap metallic acrylics and a fairly heavy dry brushing technique to apply texture over the black. I'm using copper, then a tiny bit of silver for highlights. To give the copper a verdigris finish, I'm mixing up a watered down green and blue, then wipe it off the larger flat areas. What I'm after is a greenish blue oxidized patina sitting in the cracks and the seams. The whole piece gets a coat of satin clear to lock it in. Don't go messing around with mains power. I had my electrician here doing other jobs, so I got him to wire and test the old vintage switch. I'd laid everything in already, so it only took him a few minutes. If you're on a budget, you can wrap a couple meters of LED fairy lights around something instead of using the bulb. Well, my favourite drink at the moment is called a cable car, which is a bit of a spin-off on the sidecar. The sidecar's got cognac, and the cable car has got spiced rum. You can use something like Captain Morgan's spiced rum. I'm actually going to use Rebellion Bay because it's a little bit more delicate. It's got a nicer, more gentler flavour. We're also going to need some freshly squeezed lemon juice, some simple syrup, a little bit of cinnamon sugar for the garnish, and some Cointreau. And I'm going to add a little bit of blue curacao too, just to give it that steampunky visual appeal. Cable car. Well, I'm really happy with how this piece turned out. Please subscribe and encourage me to make more things like this. See you next time.